Oh my God, Joey and Shannon. Did I say Joey? Okay, I just spent so much time filming my February reading wrap up on my phone, only to forget that I was not recording on my camera as well. And I'm really annoyed with myself because I sat there and I yapped for like 30 minutes and I wanted this to be a good little sit down video and be like, yeah, like here's my reading wrap up. Like, here we go, guys. Nice little like 10-minute long video. And now I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to have to do this again. But yeah, I wanted to do another sit down video, guys, and give you my February reading wrap up. So without further ado, here we go. Now, to start off, I will say I read 9 books in the month of February. I almost said 8 again. I said 8 in my TikTok and I meant to say 9. I read 9 books in the month of February, which is kind of a lot for me considering February is a short month. And I don't know, I felt like February was also like really busy. I don't know. I had like a lot going on. So I don't know where I found the time, especially since 2 of them were series, which like usually it takes me a really long time to get through series. I don't know. I'm just like really slow at that. Anyways, okay. Oh my God. I don't think a single thing can go right. I'm pretty sure I was just out of focus. Guys, okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard. I really am. I'm doing the best I can out here. Let's just get into the video. Okay, first up, I read the Boys of Tommen series, which was Binding 13 and Keeping 13, which I loved. Oh my God, Joey and Shannon. Did I say Joey? Yikes, incest alert. Johnny and Shannon are so flipping cute, guys. I'm obsessed with them. Going into this series, I've been putting it off because I'm not in high school and I thought reading about high school relationships is like not like why I have nothing in common with anyone in high school. So like, why am I going to read a high school romance? Oh, guys, I'm so glad that I did. Johnny and Shannon are so precious. Johnny was so freaking cute and like perfect for Shannon, and just listening to her story and seeing their love blossom. Shannon like the river. Oh my gosh, I'm just in love. I don't think that there's ever going to be another high school romance book or series that can ever top this one. I fell in love with them. I fell in love with the plot, the location. I've been to Ireland. I've been to Cork, Ireland, and it's absolutely beautiful there. So reading the series like really brought me back there, and it was nice. It was a nice little like escape, and yeah, there was a lot of like heart-wrenching moments in their story, but overall it has a happy ending. So if you're looking for something that is like gut-wrenching, tear-jerking, but also has a happy ending and is just so sweet and so fun with lots of like comedic relief, read this, guys. After the first 2 books in the Boys of Tommen series, I decided to take a little break and read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I give it 3 stars. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I've read so many books, and let me preface this by saying this was my first thriller book. Like, I've never read a thriller before, and this was recommended to me by everyone on Book Talk. I just was kind of like unimpressed. I don't know. I give it 3 stars. Like, it was a good read. It was a fast read. I read it in one day in like one sitting, and that was great. But I spotted the ending coming from a mile away. I knew what was going to happen from like chapter 3. I was like, I just know. I don't know. Maybe like I've read similar books or like I've seen similar stories where that twist was just not
twisting it off.
I don't know. I also was recommended Verity by Colleen Hoover. I've never read a Colleen Hoover book in my life. I don't know. There's something off-putting about her. But I will say, some of my friends say that instead of a romance author, she should be a thriller writer, because apparently Verity is really good. So I need your guys' opinion. Like, should I try another thriller? Should I try another Frida McFadden book? Because I just don't see myself reading any more of these. Like, it was too simple. Like, I just knew what was going to happen. I need something that's going to be more jaw-dropping. You know what I mean? So should I try Verity? Are there other Frida McFadden books that are better than this one? Are there any thriller books that are better overall? Like, I need your guys' help, because I struggled with this one. Like, it just didn't resonate with me. Oh my God, I just hit my knee. After the disappointment of The Housemaid, I went back to the Boys of Tommen series and I picked up Joey and Aoife's story, which like arguably so much better than Johnny and Shannon's. And I don't even know how I'm able to say that, because like Johnny and Shannon are so cute. I love them. But Joey and Aoife, listen, Any man would be so lucky to have a woman like Aoife. Like we always talk about the bar for men, like, oh, the bar for men is so high. The bar for this is like this person or this person. But like, what about women? Like Aoife is that girl. She is that girlfriend, that partner, that wife. Like she is wifey. The fact that she waited so patiently for Joey and was there for him through everything that he was going through, never once did her loyalty waver. Like she's goals. I love her. And Joey is so sweet. And his story was so, so heartbreaking, guys. It usually takes a lot for me to cry in books. Like I don't cry very often reading books, but when I tell you I cried like a gosh dang baby in the second book of theirs, I bawled my eyes out. Like oh my gosh, Joey and seeing his struggles with addiction was just like, I don't know. I felt like it hit really close to home. You know, it was just like a hard story to read. And I don't know. I just really, really enjoyed the premise of these books and just, I don't know. They were a little long, I will say. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff could have been cut out or they could have even been like shoved into one longer book. But overall, beautiful stories, beautifully well written. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Loved it. Ew, I sounded so gross. What's wrong with me? After those books, I read Sky Shade. Okay, I shouldn't say I read. I listened to Sky Shade by Alex Astor, which is sorry, I almost knocked you guys over. Which is the third series. Hello. The third book in the series for Lightlark. And oh my God, this was my most disappointing read of 2025 so far. Like I genuinely don't know if it could get any worse than this book. I loved Lightlark. I loved the premise. I loved the idea of it. I thought it was super cool going into it. Girl, you should have made that a trilogy. Why did you not stick to it being a trilogy? I am so sick of these authors like milking every last penny out of us by turning a popular trilogy, like 3-book series, and like turning it into like 6, 7 books. Like what more could you possibly write about? Like this book felt so filler and I just felt so bad for Grimm. Like, girl, why are you like agreeing to marry Grimm? Be with him. You're like, yeah, I love him. And then like getting it on with Oro in a cave. Like what is going on here? I don't know. Isla just does not hit it for me. She is so messy and not in like a good character arc development way. Like just messy, not fun, not good. I don't know. I don't normally DNF books and I was forcing myself to finish this book. Like I had to like set goals for myself. Like I had to give myself promises. I'm like, oh, okay, when you finish this book, you're going to read this one or you're going to treat yourself to this. Like what? Who does that? That's not how reading experiences should be. Safe to say I will not be completing that series. Alex, girl, you should have stuck with the trilogy. You could have had me, but you didn't. Oh my God. I'm like getting winded here. Cause like I said, I already freaking filmed this before. So I'm like trying to rush through here. After Sky Shade, I picked up the Legacy series, and the first book, I gave it 5 stars, but I like hated it, but I loved it. Like I loved it and I hated it at the same time. I don't even know if that's possible. I gave it 5 stars, but I hated it. Like I don't know how to explain that. Has anyone ever given a book 5 stars because they hated it, but they loved it at the same time? Like they couldn't stop reading it. Tessa is the most obnoxious female main character. Like I physically cannot stand her. I physically cannot stand her. I hate her. But also I'm rooting for her at the same time. Like I get it. You know what it is? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. The romantic in me is like screaming at her to forgive Theon and Luca and to be like,
just take them, like just be with them, like they love you, you know, like
that's the romantic in me is like screaming that. But the realist in me is also like,
girl,
make them grovel. Like, you've been done so dirty your entire life. Like, absolutely not. That wine cellar scene, like, no, absolutely not, Theon. Get on your knees. You know what I mean? I think that's why I struggle with her. Because, like, I like her in a realistic sense, but in, like, a romance book sense as, like, a character, I don't think I like her. I don't know. If I'm, like, am I making any sense at all? I feel like my mind is just, like, a jumbled, like, chaos sphere of I think that's like the game that they play in that book series. I meant to say that my brain is a sphere of chaos. That's what I meant to say, but like chaos sphere? Okay, this book series has like taken over my whole soul, apparently. Anyways, point is, Tessa is hard to like, but if you like complex characters, then I think you might like her. If you like books that like bring that rage out of you, then you might like her. I don't know. Give it a try. I will say I'm not really much into the MFM kind of situation. I'm definitely like a one man kind of girly. But if she does not end up with Theon and Luca by the end of this series, I'm going to be severely disappointed, which is so funny because if anyone here saw my TikTok of me being like,
why Luca? Like, I want Theon.
I wish I could go back like 2 weeks ago and slap myself and tell myself to get it together. Like, what was I thinking? Luca is perfect. They are both perfect. And Theon. Like, I hope in the fourth book Tessa gets her shit together and, you know, forgives them both. And like, if I don't get a scene with all three of them, I will simply be giving it 1 star. If either of them die, 1 star. Melissa, I'm coming for you. Do not disappoint me. Okay, well, that's all the books I read in February. I will be filming a March hopefuls on my TBR video here soon. Just things that I want to read and finish reading in March. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations again for those thrillers, please let me know. And also, I need a series. I need a good romantasy series that's in first person. I've read so many books in third person lately. I need a good first person series, please. Like I need a good spicy romantasy series that is going to be in the first person. I need to be inside their head when reading, okay? None of this narrator nonsense. I need to be in the minds, okay? Okay, but thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.